Good morning everyone, my name is Megan, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you guys how I make granola. We go through a lot of granola. We use it for an easy snack and a breakfast with yogurt or something like that. It's really yummy and actually really healthy too. This video is in collaboration with a channel called 2+3. My friend Jacqueline is a homeschooling mama of 3 and her husband have been married for 12 years. She started her channel in hopes to be relatable through the good and bad ups and downs of parenthood and homeschooling. She does a lot of cool videos, she does recipes, mostly homeschooling videos, which are always super fun to watch. And she's going to be doing a video on how to make a simple homemade pizza dough. So I will link both her channel and the video that she's doing for this collaboration down in the description box below, and you should definitely go check it out. I am so excited to see her video that she's putting out soon. So let's get right into it. Here's all the things that you'll need. Oats. I use gluten-free oats that I get in bulk from Azure Standard, but you don't have to use gluten-free. I'm just gluten intolerant, so that's why I'm doing that. Flour. This is also gluten-free. This is Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 gluten-free baking flour. Peanuts. You can also add in a bunch of other kinds of nuts. You can use walnuts, almonds, just whatever you guys want to use, whatever your favorites are. Brown sugar, chocolate chips, salt, butter. If you're allergic to dairy, you can also substitute this for an equal amount of coconut oil. Honey. It's not super important to use raw honey in this because we're going to be baking it and getting it to really high temperatures, so that's kind of just undoing the benefits of the raw honey. So I just use the honey that I get from Costco. Vanilla extract, raisins. So then for supplies, I have a big mixing bowl and a spoon, and a big cast iron pan for baking in. I usually double this recipe, but I'm going to make just a regular batch to show you guys how to do it. You're going to take 4 cups of your oats, a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/2 cup of peanuts. You can also add a 1/2 cup of roasted pumpkin seeds or something like that, but my husband doesn't like those, so I don't add those anymore. But they are also really healthy. 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, 1/3 cup of packed brown sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I usually measure right into the lid because if I fill this about halfway, it's about a teaspoon, and you don't have to be really exact with any of these, so just kind of guesstimate it. Plus, these bottles pour like everywhere if you try to pour them into anything with a cap, I found. 1 cup of raisins, a 1/2 cup of honey. My little helper joined me. She woke up from a nice 2-hour nap, and so she'll be helping me finish this. So now the last thing we need to add is the butter. So I'm going to go melt a 1/2 cup of this in a little pot, and then I'm going to pour it in here and mix it all up. So I just melted the butter in the pot that I'm going to cook everything in so that I didn't have to waste the residue that got left behind in the pan. It takes a while to get the honey incorporated with all the dry stuff. Just keep stirring it until it's really well combined. Make sure there's no big chunks of stuff. So now this cast iron pan has already been oiled because I just melted the butter in it. I'm just going to dump all the granola in here. And I'm just going to use the spatula to pack everything down. So now I cover mine with aluminum foil so that it doesn't burn the top, just because I have a gas oven and it tends to cook things hotter than an electric oven would. So if you have an electric oven, you may not need to do this, but you can just play around with the recipe and see what works best for you and your oven. Now I'm going to put it in the oven at 325 for 40 minutes.
Many minutes later.
Now this is done baking for 40 minutes. I'm going to take the aluminum foil off and stir it up so that it doesn't all clump together. You want to make sure you do this before it cools off, otherwise it'll be a big solid block of granola and it'll be hard to stir. You can see right now that it's really soft and nice and easy to scrape off the bottom. It doesn't stick at all. And then we're going to let this cool before we put it in a storage jar. So I store this in a big glass gallon jar, and that works really well. I just keep it on my open shelves behind me here, and it looks really nice. I'm just going to use a spoon and scoop this into the jar. Because this pan is too heavy for me to lift and pour, it hurts my wrist, so I'm just going to do the long way and scoop it in. So there we go. Now we have our granola all made. That's just a really easy, simple recipe. It doesn't take too many ingredients, and you can really play around with what you put in here which I really like about making granola. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Don't forget to check out Jacqueline's video. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I post 3 new videos a week on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 a.m. in the morning. So if you are interested in seeing those, don't forget to hit that little notification bell next to the subscribe button to be notified every time I post a new video. And I will see you next time. Bye!